What? Okay. What? All night long. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me with all the lights on. Lights on. Night lights. Close up, baby, you're a good boy. When I die, bury me with all my ice on. When I die, bury me with all the lights on.
What's up, everybody? See that? A349. Look it up. Google it, fuckers. Poppin' perks. Sippin' Sprite. Damn, I'm feeling like bitches coochie tight. Wish I could do this shit every night. What's up, everybody? Just making this quick video here about occultism in general and what I've experienced and my overall journey, because that's exactly what it is. It's a progressive journey, and you strengthen yourself pretty much daily, on a daily basis. It's a path of self-improvement. And in this video I want to address why Anton LaVey was absolutely right in what he said. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to sort of speak upon my own experiences and why, if I listened to what LaVey said to begin with, I would have saved a lot of time. A lot of time in studying, a lot of time in general, you know. Here's how it goes, right? You have the New Agers, the love and light people. Some of these people legitimately believe that they could survive just by breathing air. Okay? This is how loony these people are. They believe that they don't need food, they don't need water, they don't need sleep, they don't need anything. They could just breathe on air and survive off of the supposed energy contained within the atmosphere or something like that. But what they don't realize is that you're tied down to this physical vessel, and this physical vessel functions upon the basic mechanics of the human body. It's basic fucking biology. If this breatharian bullshit existed, then people would have been doing it for, you know, ages back, you know, cavemen or whatever. You know, if they realized this, why the fuck would they chase after food and water, whatever, if you could just, you know, it's just loony shit. There's no logical explanation to it, people. This is what some of these people believe, right? And you get tied up in these circles, and it's just this love and light shit, and it's just a bunch of, most of the time it's just a bunch of loony cat ladies, and just either loony single mothers or just girls with daddy issues. But I'm gonna get into that in the next section. Sorry, nose itches. What can you do? Perks, man. But you get into the other situation where you have the Wicca, right? The Wiccans. Oh, you know, the emo kids, so to speak. And then they have this tenfold law bullshit, and then, you know, that doesn't really differentiate much from sinning in the Christian faith, or, you know, karma in the Buddhist faith. And you have all these tie-downs, you know? You have all these fucking tie-downs and all this gobbledygook, because that's exactly what it is. These, how should I say, these belief systems, they restrict you in every regard. It's like they promise you some sort of attainment, and they promise you some kind of power, but they don't promise you ultimate power. You know, they're like, oh, the tenfold law. If you really want to be a powerful force, you must have both the power to destroy and both the power to create. It's as simple as that. And with that, you can have no restrictions. You know, you possibly can't believe in any of this fucking nonsense, you know. So, furthermore, you get into other, you know, groups and situations. Oh yeah, getting back into the whole Wiccan and, what else, the whole witchcraft thingy-majiggy, is that, like, there's just a bunch of girls with daddy issues that struggled with attention problems. They never got attention in their youth. And they're fucked up mentally, and then they think by sitting in a dark room with candles and shit like that, they believe that they can have things their way. Usually they're ugly chicks, overweight, whatever, and most of them tend to lean towards feminist ideologies, you know. You'll find this very much in Wiccan things, that all women are strong and the feminine goddess and this and blah 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 blah. Okay, good luck to you. They also end up just lonely cat ladies and just a little kooky in the fucking head, because, you know, instead of just, you know, punching somebody physically when you fucking hate them and solving the problem easily, these people, they, you know, cower away and they pretend to do all this mumbo jumbo when in reality it doesn't do anything, you know. It doesn't achieve any effects, you know. And this is why what Anton LaVey said is true. He said, basically speaking, as a teenager he was interested in the occult, and then he picked up dream books and books on, you know, basic Wiccan stuff and ritualistic stuff. You know, you stand in a circle and you call upon Jesus and Jehovah and these angels and the four quarters and all this gobbledygook. And, you know, he said, this is in his own words, that Lord knows I tried it, but it didn't work. You know, he tried it, and it didn't work, you know. And that's the same exact results that I've experienced when I went through all these phases. I went through the New Age phase a little bit. I didn't stick around, you know, because I found out all the bullshit. You know, those people were too loving and too caring and were just so fake. They were like almost rapist vibes, to be honest with you. It's just fucking pretty creepy. So I got the fuck out of there ASAP. Then I got into sort of the witchy type of stuff, and to me that was kind of beneficial because I've learned a lot of things from that, and on a basic level, you know. But I feel that true attainment comes from shunning all these restrictive belief systems and just being your own person, you know. Through my best advice is for anybody searching for these things, it's like, you know, the path of knowledge is a good one. You know, you could read these books and you could find out these things, but guys, you know, I tried it, you know, I went to libraries, you know, even when I was a kid, I was like, what, fucking in grammar school, maybe 6th, 7th grade, 5th grade, and we had slow-ass dial-up internet in our computer lab, sort of. It wasn't really a computer lab, it was a shitty school, but, you know, there were just shitty old PCs with dial-up internet. And I remember just looking up just various bullshit, you know. It's like just various basic bullshit. Like I was very into, you know, like white magic and stuff like that. It's like, oh wow, you know, lovey-dovey spells, and you know, I could attract women with this and that, you know. So I was very into that, but then as I grew older, I tried to, you know, I had certain experiences, and then I tried to read up on certain books. And there's this book that I stumbled upon in the library. What was this? Maybe a couple years back, and it said something along the lines that you have to like take a mirror and you have to find two dogs fucking or something along those lines, and then you have to make sure that they're reflected in the mirror, and then you capture that, and then you take that and you fucking bury it in the path of the person that you want to fuck, because it's like some sort of lust spell or whatever. So the person that you want to fuck, they have to cross this path, right? And you have to like bury the fucking mirror like under some fucking under the ground or under some rocks or whatever. And then like I'm reading this and I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I understand some of these concepts, but why the fuck would I waste my time trying to find dogs that are mating? Which, I mean, if you live in the ghetto, it's pretty common, but I mean, why the fuck would I want to do that? Like, to me, it just seems very idiotic to chase down, you know, mating dogs with a fucking mirror and do all this stuff. When in truth, all you must do is align yourself with the right path you want to follow, and this is in everything in life, you know. If you want to be a lawyer, you should dedicate yourself to that path, and you should follow that path until you attain your goals, and you keep on going and you try to be the best lawyer you could be, right? Well, in the sort of the occult world, I found that it's not necessarily dedication to deities or anything like these people say, like, oh, the fairies, call upon the fairies, and call upon the goddess, and call upon this and that, and Lilith, and this and that, blah, 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 blah. I found that all to be just a waste of time. You know, you just sit around there like a fucking idiot, trying these things. And look up X-Room Mod on YouTube. Like, he tries all these various rituals and all this stuff, and none of that shit works, you know. And as a, you know, as a person with deep interest for the occult for a long time, you know, I tried all that shit too, and yeah, no results. The only thing that gave me results is aligning myself with my own personal path in life, and just everything just sort of aligned, you know. It works in strange ways, really. Once you release all that bullshit that you know, clinged on to, so to speak, you realize that the truth is within yourself, and the power is within yourself, and it's as simple as that. And what happened? You know, guys, I sat down in a moment of desperation. You know, I just sat down, like, in the middle of the night. I had long hair still. I was still a major beta male, you know? And, like, I'm like, why the fuck is everything so shitty, right? Like, you know, people fucking do this and that, and it's like, women are absolute fucking garbage, and fucking, you know, friends are fucking bullshit, and all this shit, and it's like, I try to help people out, but they fuck me over on every fucking angle and every fucking approach they could possibly get. And you know what? Like, I just sat there thinking about all this stuff, and I said, it's over. No more of this beta shit. No more of this weakness. You know, you must transmute your pain and your hatred and all your weakness into power, into strength. It's as simple as that. And, you know, guys, I've done it all. I'm telling you. I prayed to fucking Jesus. I prayed to this. I fucking did all these things. Whatever I could think of, right? I asked for assistance, right? That was beforehand, when I was still a beta male and all this stuff, right? And nothing happened, you know? But that night, when I just sat down and said to myself, this is gonna stop, and no more of this bullshit. I gotta become an alpha male. I gotta become strong, and I have to attain and achieve the things I want in life, and I can't let anything or anyone stand in my way, because at the end of the day, you know, we're all living our own experiences, we're all living our own lives. At the end of the day, it's your path that counts, you know. Don't try to follow anybody else's path, you know. You know, in church they say, oh, follow Jesus. In some practices they say, follow Satan, follow Lucifer, follow this, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, you must find an archetype that you like. Be it Jesus, be it Buddha, be it Gandhi, be it even in a video game character. Like, let's say you like Link, right, from Zelda. Or you like, I don't know, Ryu from fucking Street Fighter. Whatever your ideal archetype is, like whatever your ideal vision of yourself may be, that's what you have to find, you know, whatever you resonate most with. And then you look at that archetype, and then you ask yourself, how can I be like, you know, Link, for example? How can I be like Ryu from Street Fighter? How can I be like Hitman from the Hitman video game series, you know? Like, how can I be that, you know? And it's a fictional thing at the end of the day, right? But all these beliefs and all these deities, you know, may be fictional as well. You know, mythology, all these things existed for thousands and thousands of years. And, you know, none of that sort of holds any grain, you know, for so many years, you know. See, that's how archetypes are formed. This is why people, you know, that worship Jesus, they become all lovey-dovey and whatever, but in reality they're just brainwashed. They're brainwashed sheeple. And, you know, some of them don't mean any harm. You know, some of them legitimately believe that they're doing good, but some of them just become loony, just like the people in the New Age community, and just like the people in the Wicca community. It's like all these communities, even Buddhists and all this stuff, they seem to attract just loony fucking people with some screws loose, and most of them just get trapped in that, and as a way of sort of self-healing, and they never find their way out, and they just become a slave and a sheeple to that belief system and to the sort of the leaders of that belief system. They're putting money in their pockets, but in the end of the day, you got to keep the money in your pocket, and you got to go your own path, and you got to do your own thing. See, I found my archetypes, and like I said, so like I was sitting down and I'm like, I have to stop being a weak fucking beta bitch, whatever. And I tried all these things, and then I just went to sleep. The next day I woke up, and then just something kind of clicked in my head, like a light bulb went off. It's like, okay, first step, I gotta cut my hair, because long hair is very beta. Like people will perceive you as feminine, people will perceive you as weak, even if you have like massive muscles and you look like fucking Hercules. Long hair is a very feminine thing in today's society. Maybe not back in the day. Back in the day it was probably respected, but in modern times you're just gonna, especially if you have like sort of different feminine features, people are just gonna think you're feminine and you're weak and this and that. So first step was like, okay, cut my hair. What's the next step, And then all of a sudden, I just started learning about fashion, learning about style, learning about various different things, and I let my true sort of essence resonate. I was always a charismatic person. I was always a person interested in fashion. I was always a person that really liked these things. But I was kind of suppressing myself, because I was trying to fit in with everybody else's bullshit, basically. It's like, oh, as an occultist, you have to dress a certain way. When I was a New Ager, oh, you gotta dress a certain way. Because at the end of the day, it's also about the image you send off to other people. That is also true, but instead of emanating like the Buddhists, like the monks, if you see a monk, he's a monk. He's resonating that appearance and that vibe of what you believe a monk to be, because that was ingrained in your head. Why don't you see monks walking around with like a full head of hair, or like long hair, even a suit, a tie and everything, and just like walking around with a Rolex blinged out, whatever, because that's not your idea of a monk in your head, right? And that weakens their power to sort of trick you, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people have to fall under certain categories because they're slaves to the belief system. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, don't be a slave, just be yourself. Whatever the fuck you want to be, I love luxury. I love the good things in life. I love rocking Rolexes. I love rocking Giorgio Armani suits. I love the finer things in life. I always have, and that's just what I naturally resonated to. And once you just accept yourself for who the fuck you are, and you stop following all this bullshit, just things just start to happen. It's the strangest thing I ever encountered. Like I said, I tried all these things. I tried calling upon Lilith and this and that. Oh, send me a woman, Lilith. Send me my ideal waifu. Where is the waifu? Yeah, I fucked several bitches. Yeah, it worked in a certain regard, sure, but where's the waifu? You want me to pray to Jesus to find the waifu? Fuck that bullshit. So, getting into that, it just, like I said, it just, step by step, just, okay, first thing clicked in my head out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. I was very attached to my long hair, and I very, very much loved my long hair. Imagine growing out your hair and going through that process where it's awkward and frizzy, and then, you have to condition it, and you have to brush it, and you gotta make it look fucking good, right? And imagine going through that process for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden, I lost complete attachment to that, like, overnight. I woke up, I'm like, I gotta cut this shit off, boom, cut it off. Gotta up my fashion, I already knew about fashion because I attended schools where you had to wear proper uniforms and stuff like that, so I kind of knew, okay, shirt, tie, I kind of knew this shit, but there's also other stuff I had to learn, it was all a path of self-improvement, and it's like, my hairstyle, everything, I sort of, how should I say, just, like I said, found archetypes, and then imagine, like, okay, if, Link was Link from Zelda was a real human being in today's modern society, what the fuck would he do, like, so shit like that. Like, I'm just giving you an example. Obviously, my archetype isn't Link from fucking Zelda, but anything, Jesus, whatever the fuck your archetype may be, what would they exist like in today's modern society, whether it's a fictional character or supposed real character. And then I realized that if I want to be alpha, if I want to be strong, I gotta do things. Cut my hair, change my fashion sense, started lifting weights, started putting on weight, started gaining muscle. I'm getting way more attention from people, I'm getting way more attention from women. And then somebody could say, oh yeah, that's, that's just what happens. But it doesn't work for everybody. That's the thing. You could give somebody good clothes and new fashion and a complete makeover, and if they're not resonating that vibe, if they don't acknowledge the essence within themselves, they'll just feel out of place, and they will not radiate confidence, and it just won't work. Just try to take a super nerdy kid and then like put a Rolex on him and like try to fucking put him in a Ferrari, whatever. And it's like, yeah, some gold diggers and some hot chicks may, dig him and shit like this, but you're not being true to yourself in that regard, So, my advice is to just, how should I say, acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your true potential, and achieve the things you want to achieve. It's as simple as that. Don't let anybody or anything stand in your way, because these belief systems, they tend to do that. They're like, oh, that's karma, that's the tenfold path, that's this, blah, 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 blah. Me, guys, in life, I want to experience everything, And by saying everything, what do you mean everything? What do you mean everything? I mean everything, dude. Like cannibalism, everything. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if people think that's weird. I don't give a fuck if people think that's creepy, That's beyond me, I'm living life, Let them live their fucking lives. Let me live my life, I want to experience everything before you fucking kick the bucket. You got to do these things. Like, imagine going your entire life without knowing how these things are, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine living your entire life without knowing what alcohol tastes like or feels like, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And to me, it's like that with everything, I see, skydiving videos. I could get a general idea of what they are, but I never skydived myself, And going your entire life without skydiving, and you have this desire, and you're suppressing it. It's stupid, right? It's stupid. So like I said, and best advice, guys, just don't waste your time with all this gobbledygook nonsense or whatever. Just sit down, find archetypes, and just find out your true nature and what the fuck you want to be in life and what the fuck you want to do in life. This is the process of getting growing up, pretty much. You just get to that age where you realize that you gotta stop being a kid, and you just gotta stop conforming to other people's bullshit, and you gotta do your own thing, because that's the only way you're gonna attain any type of success. You think Anton LaVey gave a fuck? Like, if he didn't do what he did, his name wouldn't exist today. He would be a nobody. You know what I'm saying? But he put himself out there. He followed what he was passionate about in life, and he achieved something. And that's what I feel that that's the way it's supposed to be. All these belief systems, all these occult things, whatever. It's as simple as that. It's about being yourself and being the best in what you do. And that's about it, guys. This video's been fucking dragging on for ages, but I haven't made an occult video in a long time, so for anybody that's interested in such things, because I know a lot of my viewers from back in the day would be interested in all this stuff and whatever, but and it doesn't fade either. Like I said, it's a constant path of self-improvement. Like, a lot of people watching my YouTube channel may have felt that, he just became this super materialistic blah 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 person, whatever, and he abandoned his lucid dreaming thing and his occult stuff and whatever. It's like, no. What I did is I used my knowledge, and I used the things that I talked about to my fucking advantage. Because what's the fucking point? of just sitting around and talking about all this gobbledygook when you're not going to achieve any results, you know? I became more successful in every fucking way, you know? And if that isn't sort of living proof of the potential of these things, then I don't know what else is, people, you know? Like I said, I'm not a fucking preacher. I'm not trying to, you know, hook you onto any belief system, whatever. You do your own fucking thing. Do what thou wilt. It's as simple as that, you know. Shout out to Crowley, you know, that's another thing. Just do what the fuck you want. Do what thou wilt. Do what is your passion and what you want to do. Like, I believe Crowley engaged in cannibalism and all this stuff. He had a hell of a time. His life was an amazing fucking roller coaster ride. And it was a good fucking time, you know. So do you want your life to be just a measly bike ride, or do you want it to be in a fucking amazing just adventure, an amazing ride, a pleasure, of success, of everything, you know? There's a lot of people that just live their life in idle sort of just bullshit, conforming to everybody's beliefs. Like, it's just fucking stupid, you know? You gotta find the light within, and then you become the light bearer. Fucking feathers and shit. Anyway, peeps. Peace out. Follow my advice if you enjoy it, and because there needs to be somebody that spills this information, because there's just so many people trapped in this new age thing, and in like fucking all this gobbledygook of like fairies, and you know, they're afraid of demons, and they're afraid of, you know, fucking this and that, and it's just a bunch of nonsense, people. Find your path in life and follow it. It's as simple as that. That's the knowledge I attained from the occult. And as you can see, money's rolling in, women are rolling in, you know, life is looking greater. I'm getting stronger by the fucking days, both physically, mentally, and one could say spiritually, or whatever you call it, you know. I'm attaining things, you know. And there's just a lot of people out there in occult circles, or Wiccans, or whatever, or even online, they don't achieve anything, you know. They're just, it's not about achieving anything, you know. It's not about that either, because some people, you know, they follow the Wiccan path, and they live a minimalistic lifestyle, and that's what they want to do. Okay, that's cool, but like I said, to me, I went into it for self-improvement and for getting the things you want out of it, you know. And some of these people don't get the things they want out of it. That's the whole point, you know. They follow these teachings and these teachings, and it doesn't fucking give them anything. You know, you gotta follow your own teachings. It's as simple as that. And you know, you follow your own success, you follow your own path, and it's as simple as that, you know. Because I wouldn't want to end up like just like a Wiccan, you know, going to the forest and hanging out with like just a bunch of fucking emo people and some nuts and here and there and there. Guys, moolah. I want the moolah, I want the Rolls Royce, I want the mansion, I want the fucking 10 bitches that look like fucking, you know, Kim Kardashian, you know. I want that, you know. And there's a lot of occultists that want that, you know. Be it the emo chicks that cut themselves, whatever, they want a daddy figure, or they want a boyfriend, or whatever. That's what they get into it for. Do they ever achieve any, you know, significant results? Perhaps, maybe sometimes, but their results pale in comparison to my results. So you either follow them, whatever, their advice or whatever, but follow your own advice, people, because all this shit, it's like the light bearer, you know. It's just personal experiences I went through, and just personal knowledge, shit. Just growing up. It's as simple as that, guys. Growing up. Maybe some of you younger viewers that are watching this, maybe you won't understand it. You still have that thirst for knowledge. You still want, you know, to try this and try that and try this and try that. that's cool. But in the end of the day, don't get too attached. Just be yourself and have a great fucking time, you know? To me, it's just constant. Constant path of self-improvement, people. I don't need to join the army. I don't need to do any of this shit, you know? Because in the end, everybody has their own thing, you know? Everybody has their own fucking thing, you know? So, I'll leave it with that. Take it easy. Hope I dropped some knowledge on you fuckers. Because I feel sadness. Because there is no sort of Anton LaVey or Crowley figure in today's society. It's just a bunch of fucking loony people. The LGBTQT whatever fucking community, a bunch of feminists, a bunch of fucking non-binary, non-gender conforming, just a bunch of fucking nutcases, you know? It's a very chaotic fucking thing. And, you know, I feel that people could benefit from a speaker like sort of Anton LaVey or Crowley, that is, but they're gone, you know. And LaVey didn't make too many interviews on video. He has some material released, which is good. And Crowley doesn't have pretty much any video or very minor audio files here and there, but you just have to read all the books and all this shit. But see, the state of the Church of Satan even is just, to me, it's just diminishing, you know. They don't have a strong spokesperson like LaVey was, you know. And it saddens me because, like I said, LaVey dropped some true fucking knowledge, you know. Drop all the gobbledygook, stop with all the bullshit, and just become your own force, become your own God, and become, you know, your own thing. Follow the things you want to, follow your desires, follow this, and just be free and enjoy, you know. And I'm telling you guys from personal experience, years and years and years, you know, that it's as simple as that, you know. And it just gets better once you acknowledge that fact. Like I said, sit the fuck down and think about all these archetypes and what the fuck you want to be, and then just things happen, you know. Sooner or later, you know, just fucking things happen, people. It's strange, but whatevs.